Hello and welcome to Math 010. The purpose of this video is to help you with navigating around in the course and toggling between three systems. You're going to log into the system from MyDTCC and you're going to click on courses. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a D2L. So let me click on courses, and as it's loading, once it loads, you're going to look down below and you're going to look for the correct course, which is the Math 010. This is our pre-algebra course for the summer. When you click on it, it'll bring you in and it automatically defaults to the announcement section. So it's very important to understand that per week I'm going to post out 2 announcements, and that's just the minimum. The average is typically 4. So you need to look at your emails and your announcements at least at a minimum of 3 to 4 times per week. The emails, I will always back up the announcement and send it through as an email also, but also monitor your emails because I may send you a one-on-one email regarding maybe some questions, tests, or quizzes. So once you log into the MyDTCC and then you click on courses and you connect, this is called your D2L. This is your learning management system. Always read the announcements, make sure that you've read all of them. Then click on content. Now this is the part I'm going to explain to you. So we're going to have this system, MyDTCC, a D2L, and thirdly, we're going to have a MyLabs Plus link. Now this will open up. Now here's all the information regarding your username, password, and once you log in, and I'm going to teach you all this stuff, and I'll just teach it within the first week, within the first couple classes. And break it down into smaller chunks, but this is just a quick overview so you get an understanding. Now, when you log in, when you use this link here and it directly brings you in, your username is the same username at Delaware Tech. Then we have a password, which is Math Student. And then once you are logged in, you can change it if you like, which I have done. So once you log into this system, so you can see my 3 tabs up here, you're going to enter the course, but right now it's inactive, but it will be active the first day of the course. So once you locate the tile and you go into the course, I just want to show you the structure. So MyDTCC will link you into your D2L. Your D2L is all your instructions, your policies, the instructor contact information, and I'm going to show you all these links. So every time you take a quiz or test and you have your written notes, I'm going to show you where you can upload those. It's going to be mandatory for test. So, and then this is MyLabs Plus. You always click on assignments, and this is where you're going to go so you can retrieve instructional videos, but these video links are available in this D2L also. So you have instructional videos, you have your homework assignments, and then we're going to have assigned quizzes and tests. Now I'm just in a student view. Let me go out and go into manage. That way you can see them, and as I release them, you will see them. So you can see there's videos, there's homework, and there's quizzes. And the first day of the class, I'll make sure I have all the due dates assigned to it. So just know that you're always going to go into MyLabs Plus to complete your online homework, your online quizzes, and then we have online tests, but the tests you must take during the Zoom session. It has to be monitored and proctored. The quiz, you can take that at your own pace, but must meet the deadline. So going back, so I will get into more detail with MyLabs Plus, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview. What I need from you is to focus on your D2L before we start our course or within the first week of our class. And make sure you're reading these web conference guidelines and expectations, what's required of you in terms of technology. So to ensure that you're not taking a class and paying for it if you don't have the technology to support it for the software we're using, which is MyLabs Plus, joining into the Zoom sessions, having an internet connectivity, and having a computer and up-to-date, or at least, a reliable up-to-date technology that's essential to make sure that we're running MyLabs Plus, Zoom sessions, and you have the camera and the microphone available, or at least a phone that you can dial in. So just make sure you're reading all that. But most importantly, so every time you log in, you get to your D2L, you're going to read your announcements, and then you're always going to click on this first menu link in the blue bar, which is content. Now, content, let me explain this to you. What I need from you the first day, or before you start the first day, is start reading this material. If you click on table of contents, you'll see everything that's included. Everything that's here in this list is exactly the same topic in your left menu pane. If you're over here on the right, you can expand and collapse all those details. It's very important that you can see you have getting started and getting started with distance learning. You can either use these links or go in here when you're in table of contents and expand these topics, and make sure that you're clicking on the links. Now, what is available under getting started? Well, you welcoming you to the course, talking about that direct link, which I just explained to you, required materials, and then here's full details like I showed you previously, but I showed you the MyLabs Plus using the shortcut link right here. Same exact information, and you're getting started. So we have our welcome, which I just showed you, and I'm going to go back to table contents and use that view. And then this MyLabs Plus information. Okay, so let's go ahead and collapse that topic and go down to the next one, which is course information. So course information, well, let me back up a little bit right here for this getting started with distance learning. Make sure you read the guidelines. And then these down below are Zoom meeting. Sorry about that. So the Zoom meeting, I'm just going to go over here to the left pane. I'm going to click on it that way so I can explain this. So when you use that link, when you're in getting started for distance learning, when you go to Zoom meetings, you can see there's some short videos here to help you join a meeting and get started and to understand those controls, and even to make sure that your audio and video settings are correct. And these are short little quick videos, and then there's additional videos here to help you with the Zoom session. So it's important to make sure you view those before you join a Zoom session for your first time. Here is a link down below for your just making sure that you're meeting these minimum technology requirements. Use the links that are available to you. And then please contact me if you have additional questions when you're looking over and viewing this information. And then here's an online support. Online support, virtual if you need to contact financial aid officer or advisor. This here is if you're having password issues. If you want to receive online math tutoring. Smart Thinking is an online free tutoring service. Then we have if you want to download Microsoft Office for free. And then scanning documents. If you don't have a scanner, then you can scan to your phone, and here's a visual as to which is the proper way to take a picture. We will be scanning our homework assignment, or I'm sorry, not homework, our quizzes and our tests, and tests are mandatory, so we can see the work that's been worked out to solve and answer that question. So, okay, so that's our online support. So getting back to our table of contents, just to show you that again. So it's very important to get into getting started and getting started for distance learning. And then lastly is our course information. And course information provides us the policies for the college and the math department. So you want to visit this. So I'm going to click here, course information. So you can see here we have our syllabus. So sometimes it's better to use this left pane to help you expand the topics. So if you go into the syllabus, schedule, and policies, you can see this is our learning objectives. This is the policies regarding the policies for homework, quizzes, tests, attendance, materials. And then lastly, this is our pacing chart. This is the topics we're going to be covering, our learning objectives, and what days per week. So, and again, I'll explain this in more detail the first day of class. And then we have the policies, the college-wide math policies in terms of assessments, the final exam, attendance, and then what calculator you use for which course. So I'm going to go up here to this menu pane to back up right there. Okay, so I'm going to back up to, so again, college information is very important to always view this link to be aware, and I recommend to download this pacing chart as a checklist per week, and I'll get into this more each week. Now here's my instructor information. with my email address and my office hours, preferred method of communication, expected response time, and here's the little bio. Here's just a repeating type of link to help you with your resources. I will get into the testing and how to handle that when we start this course, and I will post those instructions in the announcements section. That's why it's very important to continuously go back to the announcements section and read material. Once you are past this and we're continuing through the weeks, all you need to do from that point is just always go to these quick access links. We're always going to be meeting through Zoom sessions, and if you don't see anything when you click on the Zoom session meeting link, you got to go over here to the right and use that scroll bar and scroll up. Here's this information. This is our direct link into the meeting, or if you have to dial by phone, here's the phone number, and then you provide the meeting ID, so that way you have an opportunity to have some audio and you can speak during the meetings. MyLabs Plus link, if you want quick access, you have to scroll up, and here's your link right there. I would copy it, I would bookmark it on your computer for easy access. And then down below we have each of our different chapters we're going to go into, and just know that when you go into it, and you're going to have the learning materials and then the test, but we're taking the test in MyLabs Plus. This is going to be an assignment link that we upload. Now, for every time you go into these, you're going to see that there's going to be, this is the material we're covering. But if we go into the textbook resources, this is your PowerPoint. So it's a matter of always clicking to go in further to see what's being offered, whether it be PowerPoints or if it's videos or additional math links for, like, Khan Economy is a popular one. That's additional YouTube videos with different math topics. Okay, so we'll get into this more. I just wanted to start just making you understand all the resources that are available to you. But I always find if we go directly to activities, and if you go to the drop down menu and you click on assignments, this is one way. This is probably the easiest tool. That way you can see you're going to provide your answer sheet, whatever you had written down, and and I'll express to you, there's going to be a time limit. Like, you immediately got to get those notes loaded after you take your exam. Once you get it loaded, you can track too, and we will have more due dates, and all this will be updated. You're going to have these dates, so you know. But you can see these are all your tests, your final exam, and these are all the quizzes. But you're going to be taking all that stuff in MyLabs Plus. You're just going to be scanning your notes and using this assignment link in the D2L, so I can then evaluate further. And again, it's activities, and I'll repeat this each week. It's just giving you a quick visual. So that's what I recommend for right now. If you would just get started by going into the D2L, check out your table of contents, keep clicking on things to understand how to navigate around, expand and collapse, and link in further. I need for everybody to get through and get started on the getting started link and the getting started for distance learning, since we're online now and we'll be communicating through Zoom sessions. And then lastly, it's important for you to go into course information so you can read on the policies. And I will be explaining all that in detail the first week and repeating myself in announcements per week until everybody gets the hang of the policies. So best of luck. I look forward to meeting everybody on the first day.